So we're back with something else. And I unmuted everything and things should be good, so we should be just fine. Just peachy. Welcome to Slay the Princess! Not what I expected to play tonight, but here we are. I'm going to do a new game, because the only thing I actually did in this game was start it to see if it would load correctly.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Can you hear it okay?
And in the basement of that cabin is a prince. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so this is what this game is about. It's all about making choices. All about making choices that might impact things with my severed finger slider. So I'm gonna go through the first time. Yeah, let's try it again. Here we go. Different game, same thing. Babs, when you can, let me know if the volume's good enough for the voice and stuff.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Alright.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Sure.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Are you saying the volume or the voice? Because I want the voice to come through very clearly. Like the narrator and stuff. I could turn the music volume down more. Good where it is? Okay. I'm just gonna do that.
It's no use arguing semantics
Good
over
stuff,
a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Alright.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
But I don't wanna.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Sure.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I
You make your
will!
way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to
I like
go
the
through
style
this,
of this.
right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Am I the hero? Or is the hero somebody else? I have like a weird little monster claw
The
button.
interior of the cabin is
things.
almost entirely bare.
I don't know if you guys
The
can see
air
that
is
well.
stale and musty, and the floor and
It's like-
walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the
No.
world without it.
Babs, I've never seen anybody play it. I literally have zero idea. Like, zero idea what this is actually about. As far as things go. That's why I was so interested in it. Like, it popped up on a recommended for Steam page. And the reviews were absolutely insane. People said that apparently, like, you can just keep going back and playing it over and over and over again. And getting new stuff. So I'm excited. Also, let me fix chat real quick. Because the red is not showing up how I want it to. If I can even find the thing that I need. Chat box, that's right, chat. Properties. Properties. There we go. Ah, you may have seen it. Okay, so yeah, I did not see it. I am excited. I am excited!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
How do you
Her
know
voice
that?
carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
You really do.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Like, straight up, that's not a voice of somebody who's, like, I'd suppose to be a
Don't let it
princess.
fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hello!
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You sound evil. I'm not gonna lie, like, this guy's kind of
You
convincing
walk
me.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Babs. Like, there's a weird lilt in her voice that is like, ugh.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
She doesn't sound like a princess would sound in my mind. But here we are. You know, who am I to say? Do not judge, lest ye be judged. But no way would I even think that, because of the knife in my head. Ah, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Ah. I want that one.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare.
The narrator and the hero sound very, very similar.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling
Yeah.
hands
I wanna
and drops
talk.
to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
How did the other hand get free? Because I see this chain over here. That's a question
Thank
I have.
you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, the narrator's like, kill her. The voice of the hero's like, don't just kill her. Don't do that. Let's talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Yeah, the eyes are there.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Who said we're in a relationship? Are you coming on to me? I want that one. How would I get you out of here? You're supposed to end the world. You're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I mean, she is not given details. Alright.
Don't
You're
just
supposed to end
tell
the
her
world.
that.
That's
Is
a
that
bad
why
look.
they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone.
Ugh.
I like the world, I think.
What if I pick your nose? What if I pick your ear? Ugh. Ew.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Okay.
Just how long has she been down here?
That's another. You're young.
If
So
I'm
what the fuck
supposed
is
to
that?
be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
It is very unsettling. Oh, it's even worse now with a creepy smile. Arians were keeping information secret. I was hoping you...
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
But how is she going to destroy the world, though?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
I just met you.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
It's very true.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So,
Is it just 'cause he's
I could
labeled
tell
the
you
hero
I'd
that
lead
I'm
a
inclined to
quiet
follow
life
it?
in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Your voice is menacing.
But you don't really know me, do you?
No, I
What can
don't.
my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Not a whole lot.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Ain't worth shit.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I don't know.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Yeah? Alright, okay, we're back to this now. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
How long? Years.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Yeah?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
Again, you with your unsettling looks.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
She just asked me to cut her fucking
She
hand
is.
off.
I'm sure of it.
Patsy can't troll, he's a skeleton.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
No.
You know why you're here. That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Okay. Oh, I got you, Babs. It's all good.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You sound evil!
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
No, you sound evil as shit. Ugh. Part of me wants to press just a little bit further, but then she'll get out and she's gonna I'm gonna kill her.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
What is my hand?
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones.
What the fuck
making
is up with
sure
my
you
hands?
stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure,
Interesting.
slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
I'm gonna be sitting here in this pose a lot tonight,
This is
just
the
so
end,
you guys know.
isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You win some, you lose some, you know what I'm saying? It happens sometimes.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is you're here
Okay.
to slay her.
Yeah, that's all the same. I'm getting a sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Uh-oh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
The broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself. It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Yeah, we're here. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why would I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Again,
And I believe your
confused
other question
with
was
my
something
hand.
along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Okay.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you
Soon,
died?
Babs.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you. Just be quick about it.
Okay, cool. How can I make sure this doesn't happen again? She's trying enough to be immune to death in their barbarians. That's what I want to do that.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine. Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
This is gonna be like some kind of goddamn like schizophrenia, like real life. Eventually, I'm gonna have like 18 different voices of different me's that have been killed.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better.
Okay.
Great.
Fuck it.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense.
Let's do it.
Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Okay.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
You don't. Shut up. You got kicked in the dick. You got your dick kicked in. It's fine.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
This is different.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Why is my hand all fucked?
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Yeah.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess.
It is Gaslady. Like, you did this, you didn't do that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Her booming voice.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
What? What the fuck? That's not how you sounded last time!
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom,
Why did I
entering
fall?
the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight.
bitch!
Her figure framed by a stained glass window.
I fucking
Her
need
long
to.
hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Why does she look
The
like
chain
this
is
now?
nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Why am I so small?
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly
I didn't
to the
pick
floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
So is the narrator part of me too? Because he has such a similar voice.
Kneel. Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
How did she go from, like, a powerless princess to this?
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
No.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Yes.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Damn straight.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill.
No.
If you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet. This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart. I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh. I literally don't have a choice.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Why is the broken sounding more?
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We will You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet, Shadow. While I...
Whoop. I mean, shit, I might as well save, but like...
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Whoop.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
I want to.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One
Yes.
step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy. But it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm
No.
sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out,
the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Damn.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs.
Oh.
The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue
Yeah,
to
not
approach
easy
the princess,
to,
even as the repeated
give up.
gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me.
Yeah.
You are different than you were before.
So are you.
Perhaps, if you've
That's a
learned
creepy
your
smile.
lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is
Yeah.
sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
No.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow,
Fuck yeah!
stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Damn straight.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we?
I got her.
You always
Maybe.
could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
She's creepy as fuck.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
sound a whole lot different.
You worm, you defiler. You don't know the consequences of your error.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks
Yes.
down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Fucking right.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor.
Ooh.
Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking,
God Killer
yet
achievement.
somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something,
Damn straight.
I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Nice. I have to piss again. I drank way too much water this morning. Oh,
On a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
shit. Hold on. Can I can pause this? Yeah, I can't pause this. Right? Right? It keeps changing. It's insane. Hey. Is that Patsy's ghost I see? What it do? Has it been crying the whole time? Oh, it really has. I went to pee and it's still crying. Oh,
He's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
yeah, but now we're in this pustule land.
Exactly. Heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. And ever will be. You're damn right we did. You'll get over it. Can't say I have much
Voice
sympathy
of the
for
stubborn
you.
now.
She was bad for us and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
True.
Alright.
It's something.
Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more
So-
interruptions.
If you'll allow me, Patsy, real quick. This started out as a game where I, the hero, was walking through a forest to go into a little cabin to slay a princess that was locked in the basement. And then I died because the princess killed me. I wound up back in the forest, walking through the forest towards a cabin. When I got in the cabin, it was a castle. I went down into the basement where the princess was now a god princess, who then almost crippled me, but I killed her. And she said she felt herself changing, and now we're back at what is the forest, but now it's this.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's the woods
This
anymore.
is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been
Alright,
here,
Sassy.
it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
So you knew this could happen? You knew we'd be able to restart like this?
Look, if the world
Yeah, I
around you
hate
is
it too.
changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten to say anything.
What a crock of shit.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeated. It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
It doesn't
We
count.
died!
If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened. It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her. Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Fucking right.
Good, we're all on the same page.
Uh-huh.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know.
And that's it? No final words of advice?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
No, dude.
Cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop. Why?
It's so psychologically fucky-wucky. That's where we're at with things. It is just very, very... You made a choice, and now there's a bunch of people talking, and you have schizophrenia, and you have different people inside of you pulling you different ways. What does the cabin look like
The
now?
interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten.
That looks like a foot.
There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls.
She's gonna
and
be some kind of
congeals into
fucking
chaotic
giant,
streaks of
slimy
writhing nerves
meat
and wet
beast.
clumps of living meat.
Yeah, she's gonna be a giant meat beast. This is not gonna be good. It keeps
You
getting
did
bigger.
this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal. A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
Yeah?
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting. If you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around.
What is up with the weird? It's all meat. It's all just pulsating
I
meat.
don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
He thinks we've lost him. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
Oh shit! Patsy made off with the money.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Let's take the
Take
blade
the blade
first.
from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and
Yeah.
approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you?
It's
It really is just like
It's
last
something.
time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now? Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her. Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
I want to see.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping
God
against
damn
the
it.
stone floor.
God damn it, the mirror's
its ancient
gone!
hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path
Oh.
ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
Okay.
You step forward into the darkness.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the
What does
stairs.
she sound like this time? What does she sound like this time?
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
Okay, interesting.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why?
Shut the fuck up, weak me.
Why couldn't
Shut the fuck up!
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. And we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Let's get killer.
Is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
You are a pussy.
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
What does she look like? Hit me with
The
it.
chamber's walls
Oh,
are painted
okay.
in blood. A deep, sickening
That
red
doesn't look
drips
nearly as
down
bad
in
as I
potted
thought.
streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Yeah, she looks like a demon.
Princess stands in its
Or like a
center,
Titan.
muscles
Attack on Titan.
flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her
Ooh,
heart
that's
beats from its
flesh.
place in her open chest.
That's flesh.
Do you
Also, guys,
know what I'm going to do to you?
Brief second to say, JT actually texted me back and said that he was actually going to ask to switch things to Sunday anyway. So, egg lock on Sunday.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. Then, with a nauseating sound, the skin
degloved herself!
It plops to the ground.
no, fuck! Oh, that
Pulls
gets
her
me.
red, glistening and
Oh.
free from her bindings.
Ooh! Oh no! Oh! Jesus Christ. Okay,
She is loose,
okay,
and she is coming for you.
okay.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her.
Oh, I've got
It's the
chills.
punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. Only this time we'll make it.
It was
out
at
the
this
other
moment
side.
that he knew.
Hell,
He
she's
fucked
practically
up.
done most of the work for us.
Yep. I can only imagine too. I'm sure everybody's in the same boat with getting the heebie-jeebies when that happened. Ugh.
You'll
Fuck you up.
try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Let's hurt each other?
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
Stabby
It's
ripped
now
the
or
heart.
never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
I'm sorry, the fuck? Why do I have bird feathers?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
What?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? Right. She's gone. It's just us and that.
It's like it's mocking us.
I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious? He is. Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing. There's something dreadful about it.
Yes,
I
I,
don't
do
think
feel
we should.
anxious.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find...
I don't want to look at us. I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Oh. It's you? Yeah, that's me. It's quiet here. Oh, okay. I guess I'm at the cabin now.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I really don't know what I
think that you
am.
are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. You are the only thing I have ever known.
What?
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay, so this is the hands that are talking through her.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Yeah, Lisa, I am right there with you.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't know, dude.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kind of.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
More perspectives.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Everything. If you need time, you are as I am now, and forever is a long time. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
Yeah.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Did it? It shut the game down! It shut the game down! What the fuck? I have to reopen the game! She said, come on back when you're ready, and I'll be ready. What the fuck is this? Oh! That was full ass. Alright, I'm reopening the game now.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Oh my god, hold on. I have to go to windowed and I have to move this to the other side because you guys are seeing the game, but I can't see the game. She said, you have returned to me! What the fuck is happening? Lisa, we are in the same boat. We are riding this together.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to.
Alright, fucking do it.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will.
You won't.
Oh, okay. Alright, never mind. I guess I won't. Fuck it. I'll just forget her. It's fine. Lisa, I don't know. I don't know.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I just got an achievement. This doesn't pop up for you guys. It pops up for me. In the top corner that said, achievement unlocked, the real Slay the Princess begins now. This game is fucking with me. It said the real game starts now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. That's the spirit.
Alright, does that make...
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna fucking kill her.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
We're back.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and...
I meant to go to the save thing. I don't know.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably... Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yeah?
Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm just gonna kill her.
You walk down the
We ain't
stairs.
talking. We
and
ain't
lock eyes
fucking
with
doing
the
anything.
princess.
I'm just gonna kill
There's a
her.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Yes.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
She didn't say that last time. Maybe she did.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
And I will.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's lying.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily
yeah.
give way and look down to see your blade already sinking
Eat shit.
deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
Uh-huh.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yes.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yep,
Yes,
she's dead.
exactly. It's over.
Die.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do
Yeah,
I feel
great.
like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it
Yep.
was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Hell yeah.
But
She's
that
dead,
day
it's fine.
isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
God damn it.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
No. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy! We're happy! Of course we are. I like it here.
I do. But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's
Yeah.
right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
What up,
It
Clay?
wants this wonderful place to end.
Welcome to Mindfuckery.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Uh-huh, we'd be dead.
Thank you.
Alright, we're just
I
gonna do
made
it.
this
Full
happy
sending
little
it.
place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Name calling
Fine.
gets you nowhere.
Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Yes, I do.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Fucking right.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yeah.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Cool. The Spectre. This is different.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
It's a ghost princess. It probably is a ghost princess. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to you. Okay, no. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Fuck right.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Damn. Okay.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that... Let's say for a moment that this really is... If you're
Okay,
Oh,
this
we
is all...
listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too.
Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you
I know
mean?
they did.
Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
I don't trust the narrator, but I don't trust the princess either. It's just fucked.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself?
I
or were
don't
you instead
know.
transported to a different world entirely?
I don't.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Let's kill the fucking narrator. That's what I'm talking
Just
about,
stay
baby.
focused, will you?
Let's do it. I trust him. Welkling, you did not see what he's done to us. Let's talk
Just be
about
quick
this
about
princess.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes.
True.
Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world.
True.
And now we get to go through the whole
The voices
charade
in my
again,
head are making a lot of
only
sense
aware
there,
of what's
narrator.
waiting for us at the end.
The other me's are really
Let's
making a
assume
good
she's
point.
alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
I'm witty like a kitty
You're
cat.
going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah?
And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy end. Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin...
Masochism.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what
Who's
this place
people?
is. It's a path in the woods. Don't
I think the narrator's actually the big bad.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
Fuck yeah, we are. Fuck yeah, you are.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole
Let's go to
world
that
is waiting
cabin and
with
kill her.
bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
'Cause I'm a special boy. What happens if I turn around and leave? Do I want to do that this time?
Oh, do you think there's something else out there? All right. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yeah. Go to cabin, I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I will. Guess we'll see. Joe, what's up? What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Nope, the only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Huh. What's your news, Brother Joe? I like this.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Damn it. Wait, our new place has a bathroom right behind it. I'm confused, and I think it has a window behind the toilet. There you go. There you go. I was like, has a bathroom behind the toilet? It's like, I believe it. Especially, you know, you get that like nice breeze rolling in afterwards. Just sitting there like, Listen, Joe, I'm here for it, my guy. I am here for it. I got you. We got there eventually, brother.
Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
You got the pre-workout jitters. You're gonna have to take Junie on a nice 8:30 p.m. run. Should I do it again? Yeah, I want to.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Am I in the cabin
But
now?
fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yep.
Wait.
And then...
Something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh?
What's going on? Where are we?
No. Am I going to the void?
But it feels like home.
I don't like the breathing in my ears. Physical matter replaced by texture, nothing. You find yourself in one quiet once again. Memories return. Set of many sounds, undulating pulse, louder. Okay. Yep, it's the hands. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. The vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
You're
Fuck,
on a
damn it.
path. You're here to slay her.
Alright, let's skip all that. Viva la
That's the
Revolution.
spirit.
Proceed into the cabin. Take the blade. Enter basement.
Good.
Continue downstairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Steal your knees. Slay the princess. Wait, I can't pick that again?
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your... What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
God damn it.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you
monster.
around.
You were
Joe, it's
so
all fuck you.
close. Why did you hesitate? Doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
I did
For
die.
whatever that's worth.
I did
Everything
die.
goes dark, and you
You
die.
The razor. I'm mad that I'm never gonna
You're
know
on a path in the woods.
the other ending now.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you...
Deja vu, we already did that, we already did that.
I
can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of
Joe,
us
it
are
is a
meeting for the very
mindfuck,
first
dude.
time.
This is something else. This game is insane.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed
You're
to
right.
death. Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
She really fucking
Calm
did.
down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Alright, proceed to the cabin. I can't turn
A
around.
warning. Before you go, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to...
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know
Yeah,
what
you
to
are.
look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Alright, let's do this shit. What's in the cabin this time?
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken
Uh-huh.
boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Leanne, what's up? Hey.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely
Welcome
a mirror.
into this shit.
There isn't.
This is like right up your alley, Leanne. Not
Can
gonna
you
lie.
two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not
I
lying
don't
to you.
trust him.
Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I still want to see how handsome I is. Yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right, but it was there a second ago.
There was a
Now it's
mirror.
gone.
Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
I hate it too. Alright, give me the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It will be
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Hey, let's kill her. Here we go. Can't wait to see how she looks
The
now.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a
so
favor.
I will say, for those of you that came in here slightly later, the single most thing, not to ruin the whole thing, but like, and this won't ruin the whole thing, the single thing that made my skin crawl the most out of the first run through I did was a chunk of a section of the game where the princess literally degloves herself. And if you do not know what that means, it means she had a shackle on her arm and she pulled so hard that the skin just peeled off of her entire arm. And like Jimmy Fallon. It was
That's
something.
right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
Oh good, you clipped it. Perfect.
That sound
Thanks,
could
Babs.
be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your... Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
What's she sound like now?
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
She sounds so
There's
fucking
something
different.
so wrong with that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Let's go fucking kill her. Leanne, I don't know what's good, what's bad, and what's neutral. That's the thing. This game is a mind fuck. I've been playing for
As
an
you
hour and a
descend
half.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
I'm a killer.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
It sounds fake. It sounds like a fake princess.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that
Yeah,
threatening
these are
edge
all
to
my
her voice.
voices.
She
These
just
are
wants
all
us to
my
get
voices in
close,
my head.
to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
No.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
You have a knife.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I
so
could have sworn
silly.
we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
You motherfucker. Narrator, you are a lying bastard!
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
Jeremy, you son of a bitch.
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Shut up!
Last time? What are you talking? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her... I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember. Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Hold on. Prove it.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
She said it's called the razor.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret.
It's in your butt cheeks. You have the knife in your butt cheeks.
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
So, you have stood still this entire time, which is not being lazy on the animator's part. It's because you have a blade between your butt cheeks and you can't walk or else it'll
Her
fall.
smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
She absolutely is. She's going to stab me. With dry erase markers in my classroom. Fuck it!
The princess falls silent,
her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
She's gonna kill me.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
This is a fake princess. 100%.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first.
Through her and
Then
into me.
yours.
Yep.
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
God fucking damn it.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
My words.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're going to die now. That's what she leaves me with. Fuck damn it! Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
What is this?
Fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
No, so the sword was inside of her body. The sword was like inside of her leg. Are you talking about the dagger? Because the dagger, I feel like it's a choice not to take
The interior
it.
of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved
Yeah.
and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
It's like a big question mark, right?
Dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
The hunted
We have to fight.
Good. It's better that way.
and the
Without
stubborn.
a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Great, so obviously
She
you've
would not
already
be
been
chill.
here. How many times?
Maybe the first time.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
No.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able
Yeah.
to win eventually.
I like how the cheated is just like, we do this.
We'll
we do
win
this.
eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
All right,
You
let's
make your
approach
way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about... You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's
Ugh.
gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Stubborn voice is the voice of reason in this.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of
looks
the
the same.
princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Get over the mirror. Fuck the mirror.
It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
She is very angular and sharp this
Nothing
time.
bad has come of it yet.
So she
Plenty
is the
bad
weapon.
has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking.
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bulge.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight.
That was the wrong choice.
She skewers you.
Fuck, god damn it!
Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again?
I get the chance to
How are
flip
we
the
even
script
supposed
on
to know
her.
the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Alright. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your conscience sleeps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpire.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't...
Show her your
give
Fortnite
up.
hits. He's just literally sitting there. Let's go! Let's
Okay,
fucking go!
let's go again. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
Oh, voice of the smitten. Okay.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape.
teeth are getting more and more
That's not
fucked
how
up.
this works.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Haven't hit chapter 4 yet.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. Yeah, they're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Dude, it's amazing, right?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator,
This is fucking insane.
we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
He said, towards our destined final encounter.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs. It's more of a slide. We know. Fine. I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Damn straight.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care. Just want to win.
Damn right.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Yep.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Incorrect.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Okay.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
What is the size of your sword now?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well,
Alright, fuck her.
yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
Yep. Necrozoma. Oh my god.
She's gorgeous. Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Yes. I like the way that you think, Contrarian. I very much enjoy you.
That looked painful.
Not a dog. No.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. What just happened? It's so quiet.
Damn right.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You're gonna die, clown.
You're incredible.
Thank you. Stab, 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 stab. Ooh. Yep, get swallowed up by the hands again, girl. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Let's go to the cabin. Let's do it. You're at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither?
No, I
But
couldn't
your
let you wither,
commitment
bunch of
now
hands.
is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering
Whatever you say,
lights
bunch
and
of
empty
hands.
cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you
Sure.
are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
This is the good ending.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own.
Okay.
They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. Oops, wrong thing. I also didn't want to take a screenshot. Huh.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay. Joe, listen, the last time that I was in this liminal space here, I told her that I didn't want to go back and erase my memories, and that I would just stay in the space forever. So she closed the game. She closed the fucking game. And then when I opened the game back up, it immediately took me back to the place, and she was like, well, I'm glad to see that you're finally back. I've been waiting here for you, although it was only about a minute since you got out of this game. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it timed it. It was like, you closed this game about a minute ago. She was like, yeah, it's only been a little bit. It's fucking crazy.
I await your return, but it will give me
It is
time
something
to
that's
reflect
nuts.
on what I am.
Alright,
We
cool.
will
I'll see you
meet
later.
again.
I'm gonna forget you exist now. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Alright, tab. Alright, we did Viva La Monarch last time. Thanks for
Don't
telling me what to
mention
do.
it's all part of the job.
I never thanked you before.
You make your way
Narrator.
up the shore.
See to the cabin. Joe, we'll do your route, because I only got a little bit of time. Let's just go into the basement. No knife. No knife
The
stuff.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. How many
Sure.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here
Yeah,
would be
no,
before
fuck
it
you.
finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I'm ugly.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
You're only making this more difficult.
Oh, she looks nice now.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and pleas are met. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess. And you
Oh,
won't
you
leave until the...
motherfucker.
You try the door, but it's locked from the... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Uh-huh.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They did. Ah, no,
There's a
it's not you.
slight
I was gonna have to do
panic
this
rising
eventually.
in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Ow!
before raising her arm to her
Ow!
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Or we could use it to free her.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through
He
the bone.
just doesn't
of her
react.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's got adrenaline or something.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sure.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Then do something about it,
As
you
the
pussy.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. the blade. Move the blade.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance,
Yeah, no, I'm not fucking doing it.
Princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
What?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I do.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs
I'm interested in this.
unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
But she'll remember me next time. The damsel! Mayhaps, Joe, you put us on the right path.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
I'm ready to go have Patrick's. Hey, good night, brother. I'm gonna finish up this
a
arc.
warning. Before you go any, she will lie, she will cheat, and she.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Yes.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Our love will dominate all.
Last time. What are you talking?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Fuck yeah.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I will. Into the cabin. I want to see what it looks like.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls
Nice.
draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Yeah.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know that there was a mirror,
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of
the door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate
What
stairwell.
am I? What kind of creature am I?
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight,
It does look fancy. I'm excited.
but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
Yep,
I
we're
think
doing it.
We're in love.
We're doing the good
Okay,
run.
I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't
Nope.
even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I don't know about that. You seem like a kind of big dickhead.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Oh,
eyes with
she's
the
so pretty!
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Yes.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
I'm transmitting what I need her to understand through mind waves.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
You betcha.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
I'm back
Do you
with
hear
my
that?
feathered talon
She
foiled
said
hands.
we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes
Yeah,
a long
right.
way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting
Yeah.
for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've
Fair.
died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I'm not gonna do it right by your standards,
We
Mr. Man.
damned a whole world. But everything reset.
True.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
I bet I can.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Yes.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
I like this guy. This guy's a
Are you
good
listening
guy.
to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My
Yeah.
heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Nah.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything.
Hooray!
She is... not so sure. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
You're so fucking
She
sweet.
took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has
Yeah.
someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Yeah.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
No.
And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bind.
Courageously step forward. Oh, I love it.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you,
Straight.
there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Damn straight.
What do we do now?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants.
Aw.
You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Let's do it.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Yeah.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you.
This
She
guy's
doesn't
a
have to
prick.
be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Damn
Enough
straight.
with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I like that guy.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
If we try together.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Fuck yeah! Get bent, narrator!
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Fuck off!
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and you're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Fuck yourself.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, we are.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
Yep.
and then you step outside.
Yeah!
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Uh-oh.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Yep, there's the hands. Well, damn. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Remember your
She's gone.
turn.
Where does she go? Should we try and find? Is that a mirror?
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'm some kind of bird person.
Okay. If you say so.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just...
Yep. The decay. Why did I wither? That makes no sense. Now at least I get to see my girl. With her hands.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Sure.
This one is soft and delicate.
Yeah.
You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Yeah.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Perhaps. I want to ask. Yeah.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and
This is so fucking interesting. Goddamn.
we will know when we near.
Okay. What happens if I do this?
There's nowhere for you.
Cool. That's what I just want to make sure. Let's go
I will
back.
be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yep. Okay. Let us save. Or that empty slot. And then we'll quit this. And we will come back to this because I'm having a goddamn blast. This game is so trippy and fucky and just insane. Like, I just don't have words. Don't have enough words for it. Because it's blowing my mind. I knew I was going to have a good time with it. Didn't realize kind of how deep it would go. And how crazy some shit would get. And it's getting crazy. But I am very much over my time at this point. So I'm going to get going. And I'll be live again tomorrow, guys. So I love you all very, very much. I hope you enjoyed this as much as a crazy wild ride as it was. I'm very excited to continue with it. Tomorrow we will be doing Space Marine, if it works. If it doesn't work, then maybe we'll do some more of this. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I love you guys. I hope you